Riddick Bowe.
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
This place is like a coliseum. When it's packed out, the fans are there. You can hear their punches, you can smell the sweat.
We're expecting an all-out offensive display. He threw the hook, didn't land. Nice exchange here from both men. He blocks that jab. Catch and shoot with the left counter. Good job. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twist.
Nice offensive display, landing that left counter. He blocks the hook. Showing exceptional chins, by the way. Great counter right hand there. We'll keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
How you deal with a slugger, you've got to use brain over brawn. Bull in a matador, pop, jab, move. Get them angry.
He fails to... You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. He is down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Don't get the jab and don't get carried away. Don't fight your opponents and then what you...
And there's the bell to start round 2. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Nice counter shot with the right hand. It's the typical big man, little man argument. He's got to be quicker. He's got to move a lot to win this fight.
The plan is to try and change that game plan. Get him angry, get him frustrated, make him deviate away from the plan.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Neither man really defending themselves. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Both men step back for just a moment. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bowe, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
He's gone. I'm telling you, he's gone.
On to the third. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it.
You've got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? And he misses with that jab. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there. I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Left counter was perfectly timed. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. We wanted action, and they are giving up. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. This is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute.
Here we go to the fourth round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around? Seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Todd, we know one of these fights can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that? This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He misses with that jab. Missing with that right hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Here's the bell to start round 5. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round. Nice job landing that left counter punch. They are giving us a high-tempo show. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Both men step back for just a moment. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
I've been in some boring fights, trust me. I know what it feels like. You've got to get out of that work because there's a lot of pressure, especially when you hear a boo in the crowd, especially when you hear the opposite corner, especially when you can hear a pin drop. It means they're thinking, we're bored.
He misses with that jab. You'd like to see more jabs. Perfect counter lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. You gotta believe he can't win on the scorecards, gonna need a knockout.
I've been in fights like that.
There's the bell for round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's gonna pop you off.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
He just misses with that big right hand. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these power shots.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to win. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Nice exchange here from both men. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. For them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
It's round 7. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive. He's going to keep his elbow elbows tucked into the chest so he can avoid the pain of those body shots. But come on, that leaves more opportunities for headshots.
He wanted action, and they are delivering.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
You have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed. It's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
He just misses with that jab. Whoa, Bowe took that, and he didn't take it well at all. And Riddick Bowe is on the canvas.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight.
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
Can make or break a fighter.
Get your timing already. The right hand beautiful. That's it. Start with forward work. That's it. And breathe. Breathe. Just get yourself back. Forward, forward. So you can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused. Go right back into.
There's the bell to start round 8. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle him. He's got to bluff him.
He missed with that jab. Obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Power. That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Both men step back for just a moment.
Exchanges from both men in this round. Why aren't they keeping their gloves up?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way.
Fighters is starting to run out of gas. What do you do as a fighter when you just don't have the energy?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
That left shot lands.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
And we enter the night. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter punch. Either fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. He blocks that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Left counter scores. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's very close round with 10 seconds to go. Seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Leaves a knockout without a doubt.
There's the bell to start round 10. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round. There's a scoring blow. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again and the fight will be over.
You'd like to see more jabs. Fantastic punch. Can they figure out the combination to this safe? Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam. What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. He is down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
This is the 11th we've entered the championship rounds. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, thinking, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
Big left there, but misses. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Beautiful counter shot. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
Neither man really defending themselves. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one.
And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Who thought we would have made it to 12? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here. That counter shot lands. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
That left scores. The ground bomber in some trouble. There you have it. It is official now, and that is not the way anyone wanted this fight to end.
They don't like that. Listen to them. Oh, listen to that. When he gets back to the gym, his team is going to give him hellfire. This is what you work on as a fighter.